my dear Twilights, my fellow hunters, Meadowlark's Waffles here. Hope you hear me in the game okay? Any music? You see everything alright? Welcome to Bloodborne lore video, Cathedral Ward. Now, there isn't a lot I can do with the Cathedral Ward in way of lore, but I'm doing my best, and yes, Asriel's not here this time. I can't always wait for him to be able, that's all. Alright, so what do my notes tell me? Alright, well, what I just said. I don't think there's overly much to say about the Cathedral World area, but I'll do my best. From what I can tell just by playing the game, the Healing Church has the best power here. They control all of Yharnam, yes, I won't deny that. However, this area is their strongest foothold. As we learned from the Black Hunter garb, people here know when you see that person, you need to be afraid. Because if they decide you have the Scourge, there is no discussion. You simply die. In fact, we will hear some of the unseen NPCs sucking up to them, which is what we heard down here when we were getting Ariana and her irritating neighbor to Odin Chapel. It was this doorway and this doorway. They were sucking up to the church. We knocked and they figured that's who was coming around. Healing Church. Dialogue can be heard later about people who definitely fear the Healing Church. I don't know if it happens right now, but I'll test it in a while, not during a lore video. It doesn't surprise me that gossip can get around. Other than just the Black Church garbed hunters, I would think that maybe people aren't as stupid as they have come off. Maybe they have noticed some of the dodgy dealings the church has done, considering how they react. Some particular commentary is a woman crying, "No! Not my precious little baby!" There is a working theory that I wholeheartedly agree with, considering what that Cathedral Ward is like, is that the Healing Church tells parents to hand over their children during the hunt and they will protect them. I have this strong feeling that those people don't see their kids again. And I might have some evidence to support that. Or who knows, maybe they really do protect the children, but I would not hold my breath on that one if I were you. The only ones I've noticed who aren't worried about the Healing Church is probably this guy over here. You know him. He's the guy who tells you the truth, but you must take it as the opposite whenever you hear. And then of course we have Ariana, the woman of pleasure. She will give you blood vials that are fairly nice, along with a gesture. I've always found her quite nice to talk to, and I wish there was more dialogue to the NPCs, but oh well. We come to Adela, a blood saint of the church. You can save her and send her to the chapel, which I did. You can take blood from her like Ariana. However, if you take too much from Ariana while Adela is here, she will carry Anna, and later during the blood moon will try to kill your hunter. You can of course just ignore Ariana after Adela arrives to prevent this, but Adela does drop a rune, so if you want them all, you have to kill her at some point in time, as well as the chapel dweller. F's sake. Someone's letting off fireworks. Oscar's not gonna like that. Yes, the chapel dweller, unfortunately, has a rune. In short, you could send Adela to Osefka's clinic and not deal with her BS3 at all, but I do consider her blood vial better than Ariana's. I need to save that information for later. Something noteworthy in the Cathedral Ward is the enemies. The chapel giant and the church servants. There's very interesting information on their enemy cards. Also, if we explore around a little bit, such as going down here, we can find the place where the cleric beast potentially jumped off from to the Great Bridge, which is probably around here somewhere. Possibly he was just sitting up around here, chilling. And if we go further down, we can find the other side of the door that is first discovered when we were on the Great Bridge. We could not interact with that door, but it is over here. You're able to mess with it on this side for some reason, but you can't open it. See, it's closed. But people have proven this is the other side of the door by throwing shining coins at it, and you can see them through the door. Another location, which you have to pass through, is that big area where the two chapel giants are, which is just up these stairs. That place is just teeming with madman's knowledge. All the church hunters, or the church members who died. I'll have to be careful while I'm up here because he's standing up. I had to walk past him, didn't kill him. I think this little area, judging by that statue there and all of these headstones, is a place where the Healing Church buries their dead clerics and vicars, also any other high-ranking members of the Healing Church. You can see a clock tower from here as well. Keep this in mind for later. Now, either if you run past this guy or you've killed him, you will find a brain sucker over here on the way to the Forbidden Woods. As you can see, I already took care of him because he would have been a hassle. The working theory is that brain suckers were high-ranked church members from the choir. So what was he doing all the way down here? Or she? On the way down to the woods, you can spot these windmills, as well as Castle Canehurst in the distance. At least I'm pretty sure that's Canehurst. Almost positive the rest of that on that side is Yarnham. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Canehurst over there. There's also this stone monument or coffin of some sort. I'm not entirely certain what this is, but there is writing on it. However, I cannot get a good look at it. Now, an NPC we can't forget about is Alfred here. You first find him back that way. I suppose I can go over there. Back this way on the path to Old Yarnham. You guys know where it is, I don't need to go all the way over there. He has some information about the goings-on in Yarnham, but it's fairly minor, all things considered. It's still nice to pick up. You can find him later here. I'll tell you of Castle Canehurst. You can choose to give him the letter later from the castle when you get it, and he will kill the queen, but you can revive her, but literally nothing much comes of this. It doesn't matter how many blood drains you give her, nothing will really change. It's just the first couple times that matter. She'll give you some emotes and some other crap, I think. After the whole quest line, Alfred dies. It's guessed that he killed himself, and I haven't heard anything other than that, so we're just gonna have to roll with it. That Alfred just committed suicide. Now, if you come up the back alleyway or hop down from here, after you kill these guys, you can go up this ladder. And you will find a note in which it reads, A watchman of Bergenworth guards the gate with a password, the sacred adage of the Grand Cathedral. This is a hint how you need to move forward in the game. Basically, your access to the Forbidden Woods. Ow. Grand Cathedral is the large building all the way at the tip top of the staircase. That's a lot of blood. Off to the left here, if you're coming this direction. Hemwick is over there. These two church servants wield large sticks, which inflict frenzy on you when you are hit with it. I'm not sure about the hows and whys behind that, but a working theory I have heard is frenzy is basically your hunter having their head crammed with insight, or at the very least eldritch knowledge, which causes a great deal of pain, because you can't handle all that at once. Inside the Grand Cathedral, you will find Vicar Amelia praying, and I made sure to catch that in my actual recording video with my father. She is clutching a pendant. She becomes a beast, and you are forced to kill her. Upon her death, you can touch the skull on the altar and get the adage you need to move forward. I'll have more to say on Lawrence and Willem in another lore video. Now, off to the right of the cathedral, where I didn't point out to, there is a couple of houses, but as far as I'm aware, the people in there are insane. And there is a couple of NPC hunters from Yahar'gul, or the Unseen Village, if you will. You see the one guy over there, he's got Bolt. And then his friend, you can see him between those tree branches and the chimney? Yeah, the chimney's blocked off. Probably keep a beast from slipping in. That makes sense. Now, if you follow the pathway down, you will find a large building. I can't go down there and look at it yet because I didn't kill everything on the pathway. But there's not much you can do there right now. There is a door that will take you to the Unseen Village, but it's not open until the blood moon rises. So all you can really do there is enter the Nightmare Frontier if you have the Tonsil Stone. As for the Yahar'gul hunters, they are considered to be kidnappers. I'm not kidding, they are. They take people and bring them to the Unseen Village, Yahar'gul. It's for a ritual that is taking place in the village. I have ideas what goes on there, but we'll discuss that later. Now, there is more lore for this area, but I unfortunately can't go into it right now, because that is for considerably later in the game. It's just like the Central Yharnam lore. I'm not going to go over something when I can't really give you a good example of what I'm talking about. So we will discuss that later. That being said, though, I hope you enjoyed the Cathedral Ward lore. If I missed something, I do apologize, but I'm doing my best here. For now, though, I thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to support the YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, and share it. If you'd like to support the Twitch channel, please follow and share it. But above all, I hope you enjoyed this and you had fun, because I know I did. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Remember to fear the old blood.